another one. Thank y'all for tuning in to my take. So we're gonna talk WNBA again. This time we got Caitlin Clark versus Jewell Loyd. And I told y'all I had her in my top 10 as one of the best ladies in the WNBA. And today she proved why. She ended up having 34 points to basically go past and for the victory against Caitlin Clark in a score that ended up being 77 to 89. So therefore, I think, man, like I said, we need to make sure that we start giving all these players their just due so we can understand how big these type of matchups are. All right, so let's go through what happened in the game. I think personally, they started off well. The Indiana Fever started off well, but then they just couldn't sustain it. So I believe that Aaliyah Boston, she was monster on the boards. She only had like 11 points, so she has to get up in that category. They got to go to her a little bit more. I think that they don't understand that the the game definitely revolves around her. If they don't get her going early, I don't see them having success. When she only scoring about 11 points, then y'all in trouble because she is one of the ones that can get going if y'all put her in position to do so. So, but they did. See, here's the thing though. I am excited that they are doing what I said when it comes to Caitlin Clark. And what happens is they end up um, having some off the, when having her play off the ball at times. And when she did, she had a lot of success. Now, the thing is, if they got Caitlin Clark trying to make all of the plays, right, all of the big moves, all of the assists and stuff, then she's going to be high in turnovers, right? That's not a person that I want the ball in her hands making all of the decisions because I remember when she played a game, she ended up giving herself 18 points off of the turnovers that she ended up making. So they don't want to do that. So what they want to do is have her continue to run all around the floor. And when she's open, take the open shot. They did it a few times and she had success damn near every time. So I think that's also a winning formula for her to, go around the perimeter and not be the main ball handler. So if they get that right, I think that they're gonna do well, But um Christy Wallace can't be playing that amount of minutes and not giving them nothing. You only give up 2 assists and 2 rebounds. I think that she needs to be more involved. She needs to be more enact to the ball. And on top of that, she can't be giving up plays on the defensive end. So I think if you are coming in and you're not contributing in a way that's conducive to the offense, then at least it should translate on the defensive end. So she didn't help the team at all. So then Nylisa, remember I told y'all, I think that she can be like a female Dennis Rodman, kind of like Angel Reese, right? They are two people that go for the ball. They got a knack for the ball. So that's why when both of them was talking on the sideline, on the foul line, it was something that they were passionate about because they're both kind of along the same players. I just think that Angel Reese is a little more she's a little more reactive to the ball. I think that she is a person that has a little bit more passion, for doing so. So then we got Kelsey Mitchell. She gives, what she can give. She didn't have the best game, although she had 14 points. I think that she is also a key. So I named y'all the 3 keys, which was Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin Clark. Oh, so I added one. Now, Alyssa Smith, she's also the key, but hers comes in the tangible things like the rebounding and doing pick and rolls and stuff like that. So if she's able to do that, they'll have a lot of success as well. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Jewell Loyd, the person that scorched the whole team. She had 34. She had five rebounds, and basically, man, she just had a stellar game. And to be honest, man, I think her step back is just as good as anybody. I think it's better than Enrique Agumbawale. I think it's better than hers. She just a pure shooter. She can shoot the mid range, shoot the three ball, and she can get to the hole at will. So all of these ladies that's in the WNBA, man, they got some really good talent, man. They got a lot of people that can really play the game. And then y'all already know what Skylar Diggins does. You know what I'm saying? She bring all them assists. She had 9 for the game. She only had 8. She only had 8 points, but she had an effective game, right? The thing that I like about Skylar Diggins is most of the time she allowed a game to come to her, and she looks to facilitate while understanding that she can score when she wants to as well. And then on top of that, Ezzy, I think she did well for the amount of time that she played. She played like 29 minutes, and she had 18 points. So when they're able to get contribution from anybody other than um, Aguwamaki, right, and Jewell Loyd and Skylar Diggins, then they're a really good team because everybody does their part, to a certain extent. But when they're all in sync, it's hard to beat somebody like the Seattle Storms. You know what I'm saying? But I think for the most part, man, we already see who's going to be the top teams. The leader of the NBA, I believe the Seattle Storm is one of those. Connecticut Suns is another one. New York Liberty. Then you got who else? I said the New York Liberties. Then you got somebody like, I'm not going to even say Chicago Sky or Indiana Fever, although they playing pretty decent. But you got a couple teams, man, that kind of separate. Oh, Las Vegas Aces. So those teams, those 4 teams, pretty much separate themselves from everybody else. They are the best 4 teams in the WNBA. And to be honest, when they're playing at their best, it's hard for any team that's in the WNBA to beat them. So I think for the most part, man, the Indiana Fever, they got to get better on the defensive end. We know they can score a little bit on the offense, but they still need a few more pieces on the offensive end because they average about 70 some a game. They average about 70 some points a game while allowing their opponent to score about 80 plus. So they have to get better on the defensive end. Aaliyah Boston has to be more of a of a player, not just in a post, but she has to be that player that deter people from getting to the hole. Although a lot of the shots that they took were 3 balls, she still have to be a present that's in the post to turn the people from getting to the hole a lot, because they were getting to the hole. But I think that most of their points came from the 3-point line. So there's a recipe for winning, and taking away the opponent's offensive side is one of the strategies that must be had, because they can't allow a team to score this amount of points and expect to win, especially when they don't have that amount of players to help them score on a regular basis outside of Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark. So they need more. They definitely need a few more pieces, but it starts through Aaliyah Boston. And the reason why you work the post presence is because her being in a post presence, hers being in the post and having a presence, draw the double team, and sometimes it put other players in foul trouble. And then not only that, it slows the game down. And as you can see, it's been a fast-paced game because the Seattle Storm was able to score 89 points. So they got to get certain things right. Continue to make sure that Caitlin Clark play off the ball. Continue to allow somebody like Kelsey Clark Kelsey Mitchell to run the point, and y'all got to keep Aaliyah Boston down below at the post for a post presence, because I don't think that there's another player that can really stop her from doing what she want to do. But that's all I got for now, man. I thank you guys for tuning in. For those who actually like the WNBA, he says won't be typing in the chat a lot. Playing playing the Fortnite. Oh yeah, man, I got you. But yeah, man, appreciate you the support, man. Love the support. But you know, I think the league is going to do a lot better than what I expected, because I believe that all of these teams that are having a lot of success versus the Indiana Fever is only bringing more eyes to them. And I believe Jewell Loyd will finally start getting the just due that she deserves, because I already knew it and I had her as one of my top players. So I think that they are really good, man. I think that they'll be fine. They just got to continue to find what works, just like the Chicago Sky also has to. But like I told y'all, the WNBA relies on it depends on the success of Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark. It can be either or it can be both. Both will be even better. But if they able to kind of get going and turn the season around, I guess like at least right now, then pretty much, man, they're in good space. They're in good space. But for the most part, man, Kaylin, I think they took a lot more pressure off of her, because now the eyes are starting to go to some of the other players, which shows that the other players can also play in the WNBA and be just as effective. Jewell Loyd showed y'all by scoring 34 points that she's a really good player, and the fact that they doing it against the Indiana Fevers just show you guys that everybody in the WNBA has that game marked, and they're looking to have their best games and play their heart out. But I don't blame them. And the reason why I don't blame them is because that's the time that you can shine, that you can get your moment and show that I too also deserve this type of exposure and I could play in the WNBA. So once y'all see that all these other ladies are also good, then it's going to expand. You're going to watch more than one team, more than just Caitlin Clark. But that's all I got for now, man. I thank y'all. Hey, if y'all like the content, definitely hit the like button and subscribe button. Preferably the subscribe button. But if not, man, thank y'all. I'm out.